Hey guys, what's happening? This is Elite Kicks back with the weekly video. I want to first and foremost thank everybody so much for the continued support. We've finally crossed 900 subs. We're closing in on that goal of 1,000 subs. We're only about 82 subs away at the date of the recording of this video. So with that, guys, let's get into today's video. I really wanted to make this video because we are entering the summer months now. It's very important to understand what inventory you have that you should hold on to for the summer, what you should hold on to just for a few weeks, and what you should sell right now. With that, guys, let's jump into it. So I'm gonna grab the camera here. You're gonna see a little bit of movement here. It'll just be easier for me to move around as I show you what I have in front of me, and I'll explain what I'm thinking about. I want to start on this side over here with the Yeezy Slides. So Yeezy Slides, as most of you know, have basically been restocking every couple of weeks, every month, 2 months. My best advice here is this, guys. When they restock, okay, and you get yourself a pair, do not sell them immediately. Wait a couple of weeks, wait for the quick sellers to move their pairs, and the price will go back up. We've seen it in particular with this pair a couple of times where the price will actually dip to that 130, 140, 150 range. Then it will go back up to 180 to 200. That is when you want to sell, between 180 and 200. Now, the one thing to keep in mind is that because they're restocking so often, you want to make sure you sell them before another restock. So for example, hypothetically speaking, if a restock happened on June 1st, and I'm not saying there was one on June 1st or anything, it's just hypothetical. If it happened on June 1st, you get a pair, you want to wait a couple of weeks. Now, if you hear of another restock happening at the end of July, you want to monitor the price and make sure you sell before that next restock. Otherwise, you're going to have to hold it again, okay? Let's move on to the Nike Dunk. I have the Pandas here right in front of you guys, but here's what I'll say about Dunks, okay? Nike is dropping so many colorways. We're seeing so many colorways. They're flooding the market with Dunks just because they are so popular. What does this mean for you? For the Pandas, my advice is this. When you get a pair, flip it. Just flip it. There's no point in holding on to Panda Dunks anymore. They're restocking so often. Nike basically wants a Panda in everybody's household. What about the other colorways of Dunks? This is my advice. This is my personal advice. This is what I'm doing with my Dunks. If I have Dunks that are a colorway like this, golden rods, anything like that, I'm selling those Dunks immediately. I'm not really holding on to them anymore. I think Nike is just flooding the market and the hype is slowly dying down. Now, what I will say is this. I have some college colorway Dunks like the UNC Dunks. I am holding on to those Dunks because those have gone up in price. They dipped a little bit because of the economic market we're in right now, but those will go back up. Those always historically hold their prices. So to recap, Panda Dunks, Goldenrod Dunks, any of those colorway Dunks, I am selling those immediately. I'm just jumping onto the hype train. Whoever wants them can get them from me. But if it's some sort of college colorway, then I'm probably going to hold on to it and see what's happening. Let's move on to the Jordan 1s. What to do with Jordan 1s during the summertime? Let's all be honest here, the Jordan 1 hype is dying. We are getting a really good Jordan 1 colorway in August, I believe. It's the yellow taxis, yellow toes, I believe is what the name is going to be. What I have in front of you guys is the Hyper Royals. If you'll remember last year when these came out, these were insanely hyped. If you look at the price right now, you're talking basically a low 300 price. So what I'm doing with my Hyper Royals and UNCs, unfortunately, is I'm gonna hold those through the summer, and I'm probably gonna hold those until holiday time. Once it comes to holiday time, I'm just gonna get rid of them. I'm not gonna be holding these shoes longer than the holiday time period. I initially thought maybe these shoes would go back above 500, and I think it's gonna take a little bit of time, and I'm not sure it's really worth my time anymore. So what I'm doing with my Jordan 1s like this is that Jordan 1 Hyper Royals, Jordan 1 UNCs, I'm holding until holiday time. Now let's get to some Jordan 4s. We've got the Red Thunders right here, guys. These are pairs that I'm 100% holding until the holiday season. The price has creeped up a little bit though. Again, because of the economic market, it dips a little bit, goes back up. With the Red Thunders and the Military Blacks, which are not pictured here, I am holding until holiday season again, and that's when I will get rid of them. My hope is that by that time, there will be more interest in buying sneakers in, because it is holiday season. People need to buy their gifts. I'll move my sneakers like the Hyper Royals and the Red Thunders and the Military Blacks at that time. Now let's get to the Lightning 4s. When these initially released, there was a lot of hype around these sneakers. There was a lot of pairs. Unfortunately, what ended up happening is there was a lot of restocks that people did not know about in store just because of late shipments. So there's a lot of pairs out there floating around. This is one sneaker I am no longer holding on to. I have moved out all my pairs. I only have one size left, which is this one right here, size 11, and that's my last size. Every other size I have moved out. The price, if you'll notice in the past couple weeks, has basically for size 10 and 11 was around that 320 mark, and now has slowly dipped back down to around like 280, 290. I think even I saw some sales for in the 270 range. So this is not a shoe that I would recommend holding at all during the summer time. This is a Jordan 4 that I recommend that you guys sell right now. That is a video for today, guys. Let me know what you guys are doing during the summertime. Are there shoes that you're saying, hey, I'm going to be selling these right now, a particular type of shoe? Hey, I'm going to be holding these right now. Or I'm going to sell, if I get my hands on a Panda, I'm going to be selling those too, Elite Kicks. What are you guys doing with your slides? What do you guys think? And as always, guys, if you do like this content, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The final thing I want to mention is that this is actually an excellent time to buy sneakers that you may have missed out on. The Ama Manier ones, any Jordan ones that you couldn't hit for retail. The prices have dipped. If you look at the University Blue ones, the Hyper Royal ones, excellent time to buy, to get those sneakers in your hand to wear. I'm not sure if it's the best time to invest in those sneakers because we don't know what the prices will ultimately look like. But if there are shoes that you missed out on, this is the time to buy. This is the time to collect those sneakers. With that, everybody, next week's video, we're going to be talking about the Air Jordan 4 Infrared. It's probably going to be a great shoe to go after to resell to get as many pairs as possible. We'll do a how to cop. We'll talk about DSG, the Flex stores. We'll talk about Finish Line. We'll talk about everything and get you guys all the information you need to get as many pairs as possible. And as always, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Elite Kicks signing off. Take care, everybody.